back to Film and Business Podcast. I'm your host, Rosa Camero. Rosa Camero, did you heard how I pronounce it? Normally it should be Rosa Camero. I'm a film producer and CEO and founder of Ramiro AI, your film marketing and distribution assistant. In this episode, we break down what it actually takes to build a social media campaign that doesn't just get likes, but brings a real traffic to your film, project, or brand. Whether you are launching a new film or trying to grow your visibility, this episode gives you a clear framework to follow. Even if you don't have a big budget or a marketing team. Yes, you can do it all by yourself. You'll walk away knowing exactly where to focus, how to create momentum, and how to stop wasting time on content that doesn't move the needle. Let's dive in. If you ever feel like you're posting on social media without seeing real results, this episode is for you. How to create a social media campaign that drives real traffic. I share the exact structure I use with filmmakers to turn social media into a powerful tool that brings visibility, clicks, and action. What you will learn today, you will learn how to move random posts and create campaigns with clear goals, storytelling, and calls to action that actually work. Whether you're promoting a screening, a crowdfunding campaign, or just building your audience, this is the roadmap to stop guessing and start growing. So let's start with reframing what social media means to you. And probably means a burden. It means it's a waste of time. It means it takes a lot of time to actually to create the content and put it out and put the content out there. Let's reframe that because that's not serving us. We need to think about social media as our ally. Social media is the way people can see you, the easiest way, without you having to spend a lot of money in paid campaigns. So let's start first with organic traffic. That's why building an audience from a very, very early stage when you start your film, even from development, it means that you have time to do this organic thing and start building this audience without you needing to pay so much money. I have worked in very big blockbusters, and the amount of money studios spend in marketing is just outrageous. But also they start building an audience very, very early, in a very early stage. This means you can see the first teaser, the first teaser poster, the first teaser trailer a couple of years before actually the film is out there. Even when you think Avengers doesn't need more promotion or Disney films don't need more marketing, but if you see, those are the ones who actually spend the most money in marketing. So why don't we learn from them and we start early? That doesn't mean that you need to spend the same amount of money, but finding that audience that is eager to watch your film and actually wait for it 2 or 3 years. I mean, that's amazing. That means that you're creating momentum and you also are building a fan base. You're building this community that really want to know what's going on with what happened, not only to your film, but with you. I also say that marketing, it can be attached to your company. It's like branding. So the brand is you as a company or you as a personal brand. And then you do the marketing around it. So you have the products. Then what I mean is you have a brand. This means you or your production company. And then you have products. The products are the films. And then each one of the films find their audience. But that not necessarily means they are different people. Maybe it's people that actually are following you. They like what you do and they like your role in those films and they want to know what's going on with you and they will go and watch those films for you. So that's the way also musicians work. They have different albums, even though I know the music might be the same or similar, but they build a brand around them. So filmmakers can do the same. So why is the difference? Or let's start with what are the myths behind social media? What are the things that we can just uncover today and say, no more, this is a new beginning, I will start doing it in a different way? First, posting doesn't mean that you have a marketing campaign. Doesn't mean that you have a social media campaign. It's just posting every day. So if you post with intention, if you have a goal, and if you know what you want with that set of posting, then that's a social media campaign. You don't need more content, you need more direction, and you need consistency. Marketing means consistency. Social media means consistency. So you can have a lot of content, and I have to say, I have met many people like this, filmmakers and also film businesses. They have so much content just there in a drawer saying, yes, we have so much content, but they never use it. They never post it. They would never see the light of the day. So why having all that content if you're not going to use it? So make a commitment with yourself and say, each one of the content pieces that I have needs to see the light, needs to be posted. It doesn't matter if it's good, it doesn't matter if it's bad, it doesn't matter if I do it wrong, it needs to be out there because I need to post it. So that's one thing that you need to change if you are one of those that actually are waiting for the perfect moment to have that piece of content out there. Engagement is not the same as traffic. This means that you might have lots of likes and engagement, and it's very important because also if you have the likes and you have the engagement, you need to answer to that engagement, to those comments. It means that the algorithm will push you more, but that necessarily doesn't mean that they will click and they will go and watch your film. So you need to be patient. It's not from one day to another that you actually grow this audience and actually they will do what you say. But it is important that you repeat that call to action so they know what is going on. And also, it's never too late to start. I mean, if you said that you wanted to start last week and then you didn't, and then you wanted to start this week and maybe you didn't either, it's okay. There's always tomorrow. So let's start one day at a time, and then we start with a strategy so you get better at posting and get better at have that visibility that you are looking for. The 5 elements that we're gonna touch here that actually convert. What are the things that you need to do in order for your people in the audience to go and watch your film, to click the link, to actually buy your film? First, having goals. You need to have a really clear goal. What is the one action you want people to take? Examples, they can buy tickets, join your newsletter, watch the trailer, book a call. What do you want them to do in that social media campaign? Think about the core message. You really need to think about also the audience who is engaged to your film. And this means, what's the story behind your campaign? What makes your project stand out? You can have lots of content, and thank God that you work in films because you have lots of videos, lots of great, amazing photos. And if you don't, or you are in pre-production, you need to remember that you need those things in your production phase so you have enough content for you to keep posting until you release, until you are like 2 years ahead after you release, and then you can keep posting about the film. So you need to make sure that you have a lot of content, photos, videos, behind the scenes, interviews. All this is good for your material, your marketing material, when your film is about to release, not necessarily in the previous month that you have a release, but it's also for festival route and also for press interviews, podcasts. If maybe, who knows, maybe you are a guest here in this podcast, and probably I will ask you for some stills. That's the way we call images on the marketing side of films, stills, photos. You need to have a strategic content plan. This doesn't mean just I finished the episode and then I will go and post right away. You need a strategy. You need a plan. What are you going to do with all that content in that posting? What do you want to? Yeah, we already saw the goal. We already saw, okay, we have the content. So we need a plan. What is a plan? Like, what do we need to do with it? So you can have content pillars. That means that you're gonna do different ways of posting. You don't need to. Normally, one question that I receive all the time is, do I need to post about the same thing all the time? No, it's not necessarily that you need to do it that way. You can have content pillars, and then you can talk about different things, not only about the film, but you can talk about also about the cast, the behind the scenes, personal things, your personal journey, your film career, what is going on with you if you're working in other projects. So having that plan and having those content pillars, it will help you to structure your content and also to never run out of content as well. Because sometimes happens, right? Sometimes happens that you don't know what to post, and also we would like to do it on the go. And if you're not really good with social media and you're not very present on it, but you want to start, then I recommend you that you sit down for a couple of hours and just like dumb writing. Just like you write everything that you want, and then you start shaping the post. So it's not necessarily you need to have the structure. You just grade everything that you want to post out there, and then you can do the structure later. Or maybe you want to do the structure and post by post and then separate it. Use a Google Docs, and that works really well. And now using AI, so actually if you use Ramiro AI, you can do your social media there, and then it will structure the post. So for example, you do a dump writing, and then like 2 hours you say, okay, I'm going to write everything that I want to post on social media that I know I can, that we have the stories behind the scenes, something that happened with the actors, something that happened with the actresses, like something funny, something dramatic, something like all these memories that you have from the film. You can use it as a content, and then you write a document, then that document you copy paste to Ramiro AI, and then Ramiro, this is all the things that I want to talk about the film. Please give me with this content 10 posts, 15 posts, 20 posts for my social media for the next month. And actually Ramiro AI will do it for you. It can generate images as well, but you already have probably images, so you can use and you can structure. So that's the way that you can use technology these days. You don't need to actually like do the strategy. You don't need to, you need guidance, and you need to know where to start. But that's why we are here, and we are here to help you. Something else that you need is having a strong call to actions. That's what do you want them to do? I mean, yes, having a post is really nice, but they always say that sometimes they need to have instructions. We are being soft instructions. What is next? What do I need to do? Like you're always thinking and taking decisions of the next thing that you want to achieve, like in life, regular day to day. So in social media, it happens the same. I mean, you have so much impacts on social media that the ones that don't have a call to action, then you don't remember. You need between 8 and 12 impacts on the internet in order for you to take an action. So that means that they need to watch, or they need to see posts around the internet about your film in order for you to take that next step. So for example, if you see the big studios, you can see that they spend a lot of different, like you can see all kind of advertisement out there, online, offline, but then you see it everywhere. But it's like super intense, super expensive, because it's only 1 month. So you need to make sure that people go to the theater actually buy the tickets. But for you, that you're starting very early, because you are watching this episode or you are listening to this episode and you're saying, I'm going to start my marketing and my social media process now before I start my film. That means that you have time to post, to tweak, to relaunch, whatever you want to do. And then, of course, you have a timeline and action. You need to take action. So if you have a marketing strategy, you have social media strategy, you need to take action. I mean, technology, for example, Ramiro AI can help you to build the strategy, to build to create the post. But that means that it's you that needs to publish them. Like you need to actually go and push the button, like copy paste, and make sure that everything is great. So you have an assistant, but you are the one who needs to take action. And that's the way it works, right? Mistakes that will kill momentum. Not having goals. That's one thing that you need to take into account. and also overwhelms you. If you don't know what you're doing, it just runs you down, and then you can get very disappointed, right? Inconsistent posting. You need to be consistent, and don't start with I'm gonna post from tomorrow 5 to 7 days a week. If you haven't done it before, start with 3 times a week. Start like little by little, building momentum. You can go from 3 to 5. You can go from 5 to 7 days a week. I know posting on social media also brings a lot of visibility problems, visibility blocks, and that's something to do with deeper things that's going on in your being. So if you believe in energy, you believe in working with your mindset, working with blocks, and so you can do it. I also have amazing tools for that, because I know being visible can cause a lot of triggers and traumas. So it's not only I just post and I'll do it tomorrow, but that's one of the things that you procrastinate because it's something that you have resistance and you don't want to do it. So find that right tool for you to overcome those blocks and talk about it. If you have a therapist, talk about those things, because it might help you. I mean, you never know from where or how those blocks are affecting you. Also, not having a human face or personal story. Having only things about the film is interesting, but having that human face, I think now with social media and everything that is going on, even if we are like technology driven, we want to see a face behind the post. So if you're the one in charge, take a selfie, like not only posting for your film, like images of your film stills, but also make sure that you are in the screen. Even if you don't like it, just try once in a while. Skipping call to actions if you feel you are too pushy, because sometimes that happens, that people feel like, oh, just I'm pushing them too much. I'm like repeating all the time. I'm putting here and there that probably they're tired of me. So don't skip the call to actions. Don't skip posting, because the algorithm works different in each one of the platforms. That doesn't mean that they see you everywhere. And if they see your content everywhere, I mean, that's also good, because that means that they're checking you out. And if they don't want to see your face, they can always block you, they can always unfriend you, they can always hide you. So that's okay. That can bring a lot of blocks and negativity into people that is not used to it. Like, I don't want them to block me. You don't know them. And if it's family and friends, that's okay. I mean, that's okay. They leave. I don't know if they're going to buy your film or not. Probably they will watch the film for free or when they have the opportunity. So don't worry. Tools to make this journey easier. You can, as I said, you have an option with Ramiro AI. You have a 3-day free trial. You can use prompts to auto-generate tailored content. Try the dump writing and then just copy paste into Ramiro and see what happens, and see what kind of a post actually it creates for you. I think it's gonna be very interesting. If you do it, just let me know in the comments. You can use different tools to program your content. So there's many out there. You can check it out. If you need a few pointers, let me know, and I can also help you in the comments. And then I have to say that one of the reasons that filmmakers hire me is because the marketing, is because posting on social media, feeling comfortable and having a structure and clarity. So if you're one of them, you are welcome to work with me. Also, you have Ramiro AI. So you don't feel alone. So the marketing journey shouldn't be lonely. We're here for you. And to finish this episode, remember, you don't need to be everywhere. You don't need to follow the advice of other filmmakers, because your film might be different from their film. So you just need a strategy. You just need to find your audience in the right places. And to find the audience in the right places, you can use Ramiro AI as well, in order for you to know where to actually start your campaigns. Invite your audience to subscribe, share, and to join you in that journey that you are actually doing as you grow your production company, your film career, and making films. That's very exciting. I mean, I can wait for you to do that and show yourself out there. And if you have any questions, any comments, just have it on the comments, and I'll happy to help you. Thank you for being here in another episode. See you next time. Bye.